Hey guys, can you hear me? Hey guys, can you hear me? All right, cool. So, this is my first live stream and my first real live stream. I did one last night, sort of on accident, just testing things out. And big shout out to everybody who helped me with my volume and everything like that. I know there's probably a bit of background noise from air conditioning and stuff like that, but hopefully it's not too bad. Anyways, this is Seagrove, and I'm really excited because I have a really big announcement to make, and today's just been probably the best day ever for the channel. Before I get into that, I'm going to tell a story that I told yesterday about how the channel sort of started. It's kind of funny. So I'm a teacher, and one of my kids in one of my classes was telling another kid that he could get more subscribers than him on YouTube. And the kids decided to have a competition to see who could do it, get the most subscribers by the end of the month. He had to start a new channel. And my wife and I had been considering doing an anime channel, a channel for reviewing anime, but in a way that's like looking at literary devices and storytelling and characterization and things like that, like actually legitimate reviews basically of animes. And we couldn't find a good camera outside of like this because our phones weren't very good and all that. So with 10 days left, I was like, you know what? I love Pokemon. I've been doing this for, a year and a half now. I should just do a channel on Pokemon to get things started. And in the 10 days I had left, I ended third. I had 29 subscribers, and the winner had 32 and second place had 31. So, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. My quality was terrible, much worse than it is now, even. And the other people that I started interviewing people and started doing rogue decks and stuff like that, and I found that I loved it. And I was surprised by how much I loved it, and I was surprised by how difficult it was. I knew that it was difficult. I'd been told that so many times, but I didn't believe that it was difficult. So, and for those of you wondering, we are going to get to some games and stuff in a minute, but I do have a few things I want to tell you. So that was the first thing. That's sort of how the channel got started, and then it almost doubled in size every month. So this last month we got, I think, 160 subscribers, which is really, really, really cool. I know it's still not the highest numbers in the world, but just the growth has been exponential or very close to it. So it's really exciting. And today we hit 400 subscribers, which was really exciting. And this afternoon, I got an email saying that I had been chosen for a position that I had responded to an ad on Reddit about. And the position was to write articles primarily on rogue decks for Flipside Gaming's website. And Flipside Gaming is an online store, just like CCG Castle or things. And just like all online stores, they have some things they have are cheaper than you can find anywhere else, and some things are average, and some things are higher than what you find on like TCG Player or something. It's a good store. Like, that's a good store. There's no store that has the cheapest prices for everything. So I'm excited about that, and there are two. So first, I'm going to be writing articles for them, which is really cool. And I believe the pay is appropriate for my skill level and my name recognition, which is very low at this point. But as those things grow, I expect to have other ways of profiting, and just that this has become a way to make money. I'm a teacher, and my wife works at home, and it's important to me that she stays with the kids. And well, she's a stay-at-home mom, and that's important to me. So that one of us did, and she hated her job more than I did. I like my job, so she decided to be the one to stay home with the kids, and that's really important to me that one of us is at home with our kids. So like money's tight, you know. I'm a teacher, we got 2 kids and a wife, and we're all living on my salary, and it's not a huge amount of money by any means, but I was afraid I was going to have to get like a second job during the summer, which is really important to me because that's the time I can spend with my family and just relaxing and recovering from a year of teaching youth. So just that I can make money, the fact that I can make money doing something I love is just really, really exciting. So just a huge shout out to Flipside Gaming. And I don't think I said it earlier, huge shout out to all the people who helped me with my stream, getting it sounding better, and figuring out some of my audio issues. And hopefully you're not hearing too much fans and stuff in the background. But and shout out to Russell Lepar, someone's PC, because he's pushed my content by sharing it, and other people have too, but he's been like the most consistent with that, and so I really appreciate that, and especially this opportunity from Flipside Gaming. It's just really, really cool for me to be able to make money doing something I love, even if it's a little bit. And soon I'm going to have a promo code with them where you guys can buy stuff from them at 10% off, and then I'll get a portion of that revenue. So that's a great way to get the cards you want and save some money and support me. So it's like really awesome. If you're interested in supporting me in any way, I think getting the cards you want is a great way to do that. So yeah, that's just really, really exciting for me. And I was wondering if it was going to go through or not, and it did. And so I'm really happy about that. And I'm kind of just repeating myself here, but so this stream I wanted to focus on Sol Galeo, and so I'm going to pull up here. We'll see if we can switch. Yes, we can. Okay. My chat is a little bit wrong. Let me fix my chat real quick. Get my chat box up. Okay. And then I can respond to you guys' messages, and yeah. So I already have a couple messages in the chat. What's the tech? You're about to find out. Isn't spice just more heat? Okay, so cool. So we're going to get to the tech in just a minute, but I want to show you a couple other things first. So I want to talk about, in addition to the spicy tech, I think it's what you guys, I hope you guys aren't disappointed by it. I wanted to talk to you about learning from media. So here is my Sol Galeo list, my original Sol Galeo list. 15 wins, 23 losses. So that is about 67%. That is, in my mind, 67% is not an acceptable amount on PTCGO. You need to have at least 75% to take a deck to a tournament. So, there. So, cool. So, have to be honest with myself and just say this list is not good enough. So here's the list. It's lost like 4 out of 5 times to fire decks. So here's my original list. Well, not my original list, but the first list that I was like, okay, I think this is good enough. This is what I'm going to settle on. And yeah, so it's 1 Oranguru, 1 Rayquaza, and that worked really well for me. I only ever needed 1. 4, 2, 3, 1 Sol Galeo, 1 Magearna, 3 Lele, 1 Vulpix, 2 Field Blower, 2 Heavy Ball, 1 Nest Ball, 4 Rare Candy, 2 Super Rod, 4 Ultra Ball, a Bridget, 2 Guzma, 2 Hala, 3 N, 4 Sycamore, 1 Skyla, 3 Choice Band, 4 DCE, and 8 Metal. Then, so looking at my results online, I have to admit to myself, between my play of the deck and the list, this is not good enough. So something needs to change. So now we saw on Darium's competitive Pokemon, Andrew Mahone was showing off a list of another player. I didn't catch his name, it was a nickname, but this is that list. Okay, and I'm gonna show you the list, and then I'm gonna talk about how I learned from just watching that video and the difference between grabbing a list and grabbing knowledge from media. So we see 2 Rayquaza. When I first saw that, I didn't like it because 1 has been perfect for me. 4 Cosmog, 3 Cosmum, and I like that. And I think especially with the Vulpix I was playing and he is not, 3 made more sense. But then I was a little bit confused, like why 3 if he's not? I don't know. Oh, I have 4 of these then. There should only be 3. That's not good. I don't know what I'm missing. So I'm not sure what the last card was. But anyways, it's going to be a 59 card list. So I look at this list, and there were just some things about it that were different for me and I didn't like. So I listened. I listened to... Oh, it was a Max Potion. So I listened to the interview and I learned from the interview. And he said a couple things. He wasn't trying to exactly teach the deck. I mean, in a certain sense, of course, he was explaining like how to play it or how it works for him. But this is what he mentioned. So a few things that I learned from it. He said, you know, Soul Burst is really awesome because I can power up 2 Soul Galeo GX. And then he said Rayquaza is really good because he just recharges the Soul Galeo. He said something to the effect of those 2 statements. And I learned from watching that, okay, he plays this deck differently than I do. And because he had more success with it, going undefeated in the Swiss rounds, he did lose in top 8, but he went undefeated in the Swiss rounds of a cup, which is certainly more impressive than 14 and 23 or whatever that was, 15 and 23 on PTCGO. So I learned 2 things just from that statement. Number 1, when he Soul Bursts, he fills up 2 Soul Galeo GX. And when I Soul Burst, I spread around my energy because I don't want it all knocked off. So I'm usually trying to power up a baby and a Soul Galeo and one other thing, whether it be Magearna or Lele, depending on the matchup, or even a Rayquaza or a third Soul Galeo or a second Soul Galeo GX. But I only do 2, so everyone is 1 attachment away. And then if I miss an attachment, that's obviously rough. But I learned just from that little interview that he's playing the deck differently than I am. That's why he needs the 2 Rayquazas, because he is going all in on 2 Soul Galeos. He'll attack with 1, attack with the other, recharge with Rayquaza, and then win the game on the 3rd. And that is not what I was doing. So now I'm going to be testing that play style and seeing how that works. So I'm trying that out, and it's working well for me so far. Let me see. I've only done a couple games. I had some other stuff. So I'm 3-3. I mean, 3 wins out of 3 games. So I haven't lost yet with the list. Of course, I wasn't playing a Max Potion, obviously. And the Max Potion makes sense in his list because he's going to Max Potion the Soul Galeo and then recharge it with Rayquaza. Whereas I was only attacking with a Soul Galeo one time, and I was trying to take multiple knockouts with the baby Soul Galeo and Magirna, one with each at least. So yeah, I got two heavy ball in here. So I learned that just from listening to him. Like, oh, this is why he plays Max Potion. And you can do that. A lot of times we go into articles and media wanting to hear why, whether it be a video or an article, what the list is. But the real meat of the article is in learning how the person has mastered the play of the deck. And then, of course, that's different between the lists. So now I can go back and play my list and make changes to my list to make it better while playing more appropriately. Sometimes, of course, you are going to spread out the energy like I was doing, but that doesn't need to be my go-to. I need to consider, if I do this, am I going to lose my Soul Galeo and lose all those energies, or can I afford to do it? So that is one thing that a lot of people don't necessarily think about. They just want lists. And obviously lists are really nice, but now the tech, because I know you guys want to see that, and we'll get to games with it later. And I honestly haven't updated my list since watching that video from Darium's, but here is the tech. So I'm playing the same list basically. 1-1. This is, again, before I made changes. I haven't made changes since then. So all this is the same. You know, I've got my Alolan Vulpix, and then I'm playing one of Alolan Ninetales. And because I can Soul Burst, I can afford one of Water Energy. I decided that finding the metal early is too important to cut a metal, and I often, probably every single game, end up playing a DCE where I don't want one. So I cut a DCE for a water. And I thought about a rainbow, and I think I might do a rainbow, cut one metal for a rainbow, in case it's prized. But anyways, so other than that, the list is basically the same as what I had before. I think I can go down to 2 choice band for sure in this. So that's what we're gonna do next. We're gonna take this spice list and think about what I can cut and what I need to keep. I still think I'm going to do one Rayquaza for now. See if, now that I'm using it, trying to use it a bit more, see if I want to. And I am going to cut one of these and one of these. I'm going to put a rainbow back in. And then I do like the 2 Hala. I want a 3rd Guzma. That was something he was playing with 3 Guzma, and I really like that. He was only playing 1 Super Rod because he was playing 2 Rayquaza. I'm playing 2 Super Rod because I'm playing 1 Rayquaza, so I have to decide what I'm going to do there. I think he had a 2nd Skyla. Oh, I need to put in that Rainbow Energy before I do anything else. Rainbow. No luck on the rainbow. There it is. What's the cutest? Only one of these, so I'll play that. Okay, so I'm putting in 1 rainbow, and I want a 2nd Skyla. Is there anything I can cut for a Skyla? I might go to 1 Super Rod. Try 1 Super Rod, 1 Rayquaza, and see how that works. And we'll go to 2 Skyla. He was saying 2 Skyla really helped him find his... Oh, I dropped a level ball from both of our lists. He said 2 Skyla really helped him find his Soul Galeo turn 2. So we're actually going to go straight into this list. I haven't played it once yet. So we're going to get to see how this cute little tech works. I'm just going to listen to the sound. Let me look at the chat. I assume you guys would have said something in the chat if it weren't working, sound weren't working. If the sound were not working. It sounds weird, but that's correct. Subjunctive. Yeah, level ball isn't legal. Okay, so cool. Let's go ahead and hop into a couple games. I'm gonna turn my volume on so you can hear the beautiful that? Is that volume level good? Let me know. So we're just gonna go into the versus ladder, play some Soul 2 with the cute little tech. Hopefully we'll get a fire Pokemon. And then a fire deck at least eventually. I think I wanted to talk about that because it's so loud. I think if I turn it down for me, it doesn't decrease the volume for you all, as long as I don't mute it. So let me know if that sound is good. Okay, not the starter you want, but that's not terrible, especially with Bridget. Game is a bit loud. Okay. Great. So I'm just gonna change my settings over here. We're gonna go to 300% instead of 400%. And hopefully that fixes it. Is the game still a bit loud? Hey, first League Cup. Expanded Gardevoir. That's awesome. Let me know if the game volume is still loud now. Okay, so we're up against the Necrozma Coco spread. We have the Bridget. I think we want to use it. How's Lele in this matchup? I think Lele's solid in this matchup. So what we're going to do is we're just going to bridge it for... What about Magearna? 120 for 2 energy seems nice. And Psychic resistant. Okay, we're going to have Magearna and a Cosmog. Oh, I can't do that. I'm going to grab Cosmog and maybe just Cosmog, and then we'll wait. If we don't attach, he can't knock us out next turn unless... I don't know if he's playing something like my list or something else. So against this deck, yeah, I think that's it. Okay. Against this list, you want to, or against my list, I don't know how close this is to my list. Against spread decks, you want to tier your bench placements. I mentioned this multiple times in my different writings about the deck. You don't bench everything all at once. Because if you do that, your opponent will just spread, and win. You need to put one thing down, then wait a turn, put another thing down. Is the game better? Is the game volume better now? I have a Rayquaza. I don't think I need a Rayquaza exactly. So I'm gonna lose a lot of items here, which is unfortunate, but I don't really need to draw after this. Oh yes, I do. I didn't plan that out very well. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We are going to grab a Magearna. We're going to attach here. I'm losing so many items, that hurts. I didn't plan that out very well. That's what I get for streaming. I'm just kidding. Okay, I'm gonna Sycamore. Tier your placements. Throws everything on the bench. Okay, I'll reduce the sound effects volume in just a second. Yeah, that's loud for me too. Okay, cool, we hit it. The dream. Alright, now We just pull this up. I have no fear of Soul Galeo being knocked out next turn. So I'm going to Soul Burst. And I'm going to take... I forgot I was playing this list. Okay. Water's not going to be huge here, so I'm going to put... I'll just put these two... Well, let me do it in order. So metal... Metal... DCE, DCE, rainbow. Metal, metal, DCE, DCE, rainbow. So we'll do metal here. Metal here. DCE here. DCE here. And we'll put the metal here. Now I'm doing one rainbow, one water, because I can get water back with Super Rod. That's basically the only reason. And I don't like taking the damage. It can be the difference between getting knocked out by a baby Volcanion and not. How's that sound? Is the music volume good? Yeah. Oh, I have this. So it's okay, but I have a ton of items. 5 items already. That's not so bad. So we are going to knock out Necrozma this turn. Field Blower. This away. This away. Drop Lele. Yes. Guzma. Bring up Necrozma. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140. Going all in with the spread. Bring in the Oranguru. Nice grab. Now the problem with this is if he gets an item. Oh no, I have Guzma. Okay. And then I KO it. Now most of the rest of my knockouts, I'll be taking Lagoona and Lele. Talk to me about the volume. Yeah, I increased the quality of the stream, which meant there'll be some buffering if your internet is not working that great at the moment, or it's just being slow for whatever reason. So are the rest of y'all experiencing any lag? And what's the volume like? Does the volume need to be louder? Is the sound too loud? Is the music too loud? Am I too loud? Like, just talk to me about balancing as you if you have any issues with it. That's fine. So I have this Field Blower, but I don't really need it yet. Like I want to take out Coco, but So the question is, do I take out Coco? This thing's already can be KO'd by de-evolution. I don't think that's necessarily terrible. I think I take out Garb. Let's do Garb. Coco's getting dangerous. I think Garb is still the right choice here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. Okay. We're gonna take out Coco. Okay. I don't really care about evolution, about his stadium, and that just gives him fewer dead cards. So I get for 120's metal resistant, so I need to hit with Lele. Go ahead and start charging this. yeah, we'll start charging this back up. So I hesitated because of Espeon, and then I decided to do it because of Magearna, and then I thought about Garb again. I was like, oh wait, it's too late. Okay, game volume in general is a little bit loud, so let me turn down. Does that help? How does that help? How does that change game volume? If that doesn't help, I can change it in OBS itself. Oh wow, I did not realize I was already there. That's not good. Alright, great. So I can knock this out. Yeah, knock this out. Probably should have played some items, not really caring about Garbodor at this point. An N could be really, an N with a tool could be really crucial. Thanks guys for helping me out with the sound. I don't know, my computer seems a bit fickle about such things for whatever reason. So, let's see what happens. Okay, cool, we got game. So bring up the Oranguru. Guzma in the big boy. And some Steel Strike. Very cool, very cool. That. So we're gonna do a couple more with this. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about techs, but I started getting into tech issues. So techs. So techs are really interesting. I think most people, especially newer players, tend to over-tech their decks, which drops consistency significantly. That's what a tech is. It's a card for a specific matchup, rather than a card that helps you achieve the goal of your deck. So I lost the coin flip. So when you have a tech, you have to think about a bunch of things. Is this tech only good in that matchup that I'm playing, that I'm putting it in for? Okay, that's not necessarily a problem, but that's a hit against it. Another thing you need to consider, does the tech, this is the most important one. Well, here are the most important points. Number one, does the tech help my deck outside of that matchup? And that's not a deal breaker if it doesn't, but it's something to consider. Number two, does the tech swing the matchup for me, or significantly change the percentage at which I win that matchup? Because if it doesn't, you should not play it. And then number three, am I going to see that matchup? Because a lot of times you're actually not going to see it. This is cute. Okay, so you have to think about that. We're going to, because I have a ball in hand, what? Okay, I was a little bit worried there. We got Bridget. So we're gonna grab Bridget, and with Bridget, we're definitely gonna get 2 Cosmom, maybe 3. Yeah, GX is my main attacker in this matchup, but I will be able to use 1 non-GX. So do I want... The question is, do I want 2 Cosmom? I want 2 Cosmom. Do I want an Oranguru, a Vulpix? No, because Matang. Vulpix could be a late game play, but I don't need Rayquaza yet. So the question is, do I want a 3rd Cosmog or an Oranguru? I think I want a 3rd Cosmog at the moment. And I think it's safe to attach. Yeah, it's safe to attach. They'd have to have Guzma, DCE, Lele, and that's not very likely. Yeah. Oranguru is such a cool card. I like it a lot. Yeah, so are you going to see the matchup? Does the tech actually swing the matchup? A lot of people just put a tech in because it should help, and it maybe takes the matchup from 90-10 to 75-25, but that's not good enough. And then, and another thing to consider, it's not deal breaker necessarily, but is it going to help in other matchups? And I think Ninetales can help in other matchups. Obviously, that's something what I'm testing here. I certainly don't play this now. Definitely glad we have that in. I don't need another Cosmog. Don't want to play this yet, but don't need to worry about effects of attacks. I'll just put this here. Bring him forward. And so next turn I'll get one here. I'll Soul Burst. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't really want DCEs in this matchup. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now Soul Galeo. So I have him all powered up. It's like, cool, I can attack with him, but I don't want to attack with him because once I attack with him, he's no longer a threat because he discards everything. So I want to attack back here with my baby because even if my baby stays a threat. This is good. Good hand. Really good hand. I don't have an attachment though, but I can take this out at least. So we'll evolve here. Yeah. We'll evolve here. We will heavy ball for, oh, no baby. All right, big boy. That changes things, doesn't it? I need to think about what I'm gonna do here as a oh, I can Guzma. I'll Guzma this. I don't have it. I'll Guzma this. That's my play. But then I don't. I think that's okay. I'll draw cards. I'm not gonna have a dead hand. And hopefully I'll draw into the baby. I think this is okay. Cool. What led me to pick 3rd Cosmog over Oranguru? I didn't foresee myself being able to use Oranguru soon enough. And I want 2 Soul Galeos and a baby Soul Galeo. 2 GXs and a baby. That's why I didn't grab it. Okay. So if nothing else, I can knock this out with the baby soul galeo. Obviously not like my dream. I think I attach this here. And then sycamore. Yeah, this is what we're gonna do. We are gonna need Rayquaza. So if they knock this out, we can get Rayquaza on the bench. If they don't knock it out, it's still a threat. So that's awesome. Nice backup play there. Should probably take out some sort of attacker with every Steel Strike without baby available. Yeah. Yeah, and I wanted to draw prizes too. Okay, so we got the baby. Now, he's probably gonna knock this out, which is not the end of the world. I should have played. I don't know if I should have played a choice band or not there, honestly. I'm not sure. If I play it, it can get Field Blowered off. Very likely would in a deck that should be playing 3 Field Blower. If I don't play it, I'm more likely to find it. Cool. And what a baller hand. Love this deck. Yeah, I certainly got lucky that I pulled the baby there. And he can't one-shot the baby, which is super nice. Unless he uses this. So, we'll knock that out this turn. Ah. The play is to knock it out. Ah, biscuits. I'm gonna knock it out this turn, but that makes my Solgaleo vulnerable, which is unfortunate. Just in case I don't want to play this. Just in case I don't. Cool. So we got this again, which is really nice, obviously. We're gonna put 3 energy back. There are only 2. There are about to be more. That was a misplay. We're gonna Ultra Road forward. Take it out. So obviously I'm in a good position, but at the same time, if he takes out Solgaleo, I'm in a bad position. Like, I'm super far ahead, and I should win, but it's not guaranteed. Like, he could end me, and then... Oh, he has to choose between end and knockout, which is nice. I still have a lot of supporters. I got 2 Sycamores. Obviously, I don't want any of my 2 more ends, and a Hala. And then I have 1 Lele left. Yeah, Baby lives through Metagross because... I forgot about that. Being 160 is so good for so many matchups. It's great against Drampa. It's great against this thing. It's good against Gardevoir, but you're going to get knocked out. I mean, the card's good against Gardevoir. Okay, he's Sycamored, which basically means I shouldn't say I win, but... Yeah, the fact that he has Max Potion too is tough. I don't know. So I could hit for 200, but then he would knock me out. And yeah, that might be the play though. There's not really anything else I need. So I think this is what I need to do. If it just did like 10 more damage. If it just did 10 more damage, I could knock that out. Okay. This is what we need to do. Do I want a Field Blower? Not yet. Or, oh yeah, I want to get it out of my deck. Choice Band I don't want out of my deck. I think I want Field Blower out of my deck. Like, it can prevent Lele knockouts, but I don't want to use Hallow because if I get End, I want to have Hallow in my deck. I think I used all my Ultra Balls. Now I have one left. Okay. Yep, there's the max potion we were talking about. So I took a risk, just hoping that I should have looked at energy count the discard. It wouldn't have mattered. Okay. So now we get to put down Rayquaza and power up this Solgaleo. If we can find a DCE, which I think I have 2 left, 3 left in deck. There it is. So, if I hadn't found it there, it's very likely I would have found it off of N. So we're just going to Ultra Road in. Again, I want to keep my Hallow in case I get End. And I will Turbo Storm. I'm going to Turbo Storm him here because he's not unstoppable by any means, but he's safer than some of the other ones. 20, 40, 60, 80, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 150, 160, 170, 270. I mean, he could knock it out this turn. It's super unlikely, but it is possible. I wonder... Now is a good time. Now is actually a good time for Vulpix, but I kind of want to play a Rangaroo. I'm going to play a Rangaroo, but now is actually a really good time for Vulpix. So... hopefully we find the last energy and it doesn't matter. There it is, first card. Yeah, we had a couple left, so there's a good chance. Cool. Deck is pretty solid. Pretty solid. So let's do one more with it. If anybody watching has a fire deck they want to play, well, I guess knowing it kind of takes a big advantage. Like not knowing that there's a fire deck, not knowing that there's a Ninetales, sort of is a big advantage. Let's just see if we can get a. We'll just do one more. That was actually a place where I could have played Ninetales, but I wanted a Rangaroo for the ends. Looks like to me Garb Coco and Necrozma, but we'll see what it is. Cool. And we're not going to take any mulligans because we need to practice setting up without it. Actually, looking at my hand's pretty dope as it is. Yeah, that's a good hand. Oh, I did it. I lied. We're taking mulligans. Okay, Drampa can be tough. Okay, Drampa Garb. Cool. I'm not so worried about the Coco spread because of the presence of Drampa. That may be bad reasoning, but here I think Ninetales is solid. I mean Vulpix is solid. I'm actually going to attach the DCE here and retreat. think there's a low chance. I want an Ultra Ball here, but I guess I get Ultra Ball. Oh, that makes me drop more. Let's Ultra Ball. I'm gonna be Sycamoring next turn, unfortunately. Either way. Go ahead and get another Cosmom. I still don't really need the Orangaroos for late game. Okay. Oh, sorry, Kevin. I already started. Actually, I like that you've had success with the Ninetales in a choice band. That's awesome. I think I wish I'd read the chat sooner. I think you knowing that I'm playing that, although I need to learn to play against it when my opponent knows. I think I need to learn to play against it first when my opponent isn't necessarily expecting it. So, how do I feel about Genesect Venusaur from Shining Legends? I've heard some talk of this, but I forget what the Genesect does. I trust you're talking about, well, here we go. I think, unfortunately, the play is not Oranguru. I need that spot for Lele. This is rough. We're going to go ahead and get rid of this. Don't let him get that damage on. And we're going to Sycamore. Sad. Okay. Feels bad, man. We're going to go ahead and Ultra our Heavy Ball. And grab this because it's a beast. And do this. And this doesn't really help me too much here. I'm just going to put it here. And then we will Beacon for one of these, one of these. Yeah. So Genesect from Shining Legends. Looking at Pokebeach right now, just to see what they said. Once in your turn before you attack, you may move a grass from one of your Pokemon to this Pokemon. Okay, I see that. Interesting. And Venusaur, I believe, doubles the value of a grass energy for you. Very interesting. Once per turn. If at the very least it will be a good rogue deck. At the very least. I mean, at the very least it'll be like a solid cheap deck, but it could be like the real deal. I think we're gonna Lele, and with Lele we're going to use Skyla. And with Skyla we're gonna grab a rare candy and get out another Solgaleo. But what we really need, actually we're gonna do a Heavy Ball and get out a Cosmo, so we can get that last Solgaleo. But we only have an Ultra Ball left. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna grab a rare candy here. We only have one rare candy left. That's okay. We're gonna be smart with our energy placement. So Oh, that hurts. We'll pull this man forward. Go Soul Burst. 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I am going to need to get this Magearna down. If he does one more flying flip, which I imagine he will, he'll knock out Vulpix, I'll put down Magearna, attach a Metal Energy, and then we'll be safe until he gets up Garbodor from Espeon. Safe from Espeon until he gets up Garbodor. Okay. We still have all our Guzma, which is nice. That's worrisome. We got 2 knockouts because I'm a big biscuit. So, N is going to be really nice here. And he might have to GX, but he won't want to GX. Do I want this down? Not really. Into 4. That's going to be good for next turn. We'll bring out Cosmom again. And then we'll evolve it to Cosmog. And bring up the Lele. Knock out the Coco finally. So, what's up, Ben? So I do like the idea of Genesect, Venusaur. I think it's going to be really interesting. Genesect may end up just being a tech in Bulu, which I don't think is a bad thing. Or Vikavolt, it may end up being like a more geared that way, but you can end up playing like Vikavolt without GXs or with just a Vikavolt GX, which could be really interesting. So, Kevin, you said you've been teching baby Ninetales into Metagross. Tell me, like, when do you bring out the Ninetales? Is like as soon as possible? What? Oh, you got the Garb. That's a shame. Oh, that's a shame. Does it discard? Oh no, they got knocked out. Yeah, that's probably game. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. That's probably game. We gotta be smart. Yeah, I don't have any more energies. 1, 5, 5, 6. Yeah, I have not enough energies left. So we gotta be like, I don't know. We gotta figure this out. Okay, we're gonna go here. And then we're just gonna Sycamore all this away, I think. It doesn't have much of a board. Like, I could Guzma this up. Oh no, I can't. Okay, Sycamore it is. Okay, cool. That's fine. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. I can do 150, that doesn't matter. So we'll just Energy Drive. Then that's gonna get knocked out. $30, 150, 180. That would get knocked out. Oh, that's game either way. I was not paying attention. Okay, we just got smashed. I missed the good part. Let's do 1,000 damage to opposing psychic with psychic to your opponent's Pokemon. All right, I think I'll do one more game, and then I gotta run. So once Ninetales is out, it comes down to Baby Volt, right? Okay, save Ninetales. I will try that. I think I'm gonna do. I want to play this again. I'm gonna play Machamp. I think we're gonna play Machamp. Oh, I want to play this. I'll play Machamp. It's more fun. Yeah, boy. JGB got me on this, so I don't know if this is his list. I hope I'm not like revealing his list. I don't even know if this is his list, to be honest. But it's fun. It's fun. If nothing else, it's fun. Okay. No, this is definitely not his list. Because I don't think JGB is a huge fan of the Mallow. Done. So done. I'm not playing the 70 HP one. I forgot to switch it. Ah! Yeah, I'm not playing any Lele. Alright. Sketch. Okay. We're gonna drop Rescue Stretcher. That. Or am I playing a Bridget? Why am I playing a Bridget? I don't know. We are going to grab this. Then we're gonna Mallow, and with Mallow, do I get greedy and grab Octillery? I think I do. Yeah, let's get greedy. And then we'll put another Machop, because that won't matter. Okay. And then I can't attach or he'll KO me for sure. So I'll pass, because right now Remoraid's actually more important than Machop. Ooh, it's Gardevoir. Probably a pretty terrible matchup, honestly. Oh, it's Rainbow Road. Yeah. All right, let's grab another Remoraid, because that one's gonna get knocked out. Nah, let's grab him a Chop. And then I'll need that. And I probably won't really need that. Unless he ends me, which is a great possibility, I suppose. And grab Octillery. Play Octillery. We will Mallow. I'm basically just getting any two cards I want, and then I just put down Machop. So let's get a Machop and a Sycamore. We'll grab them. And a mystery offer. Another Mallow. In case he doesn't knock me out. Okay. If he doesn't knock me out, I will probably grab... I'm gonna lose this. I'm just not moving well. Hey, JJB's on the Guardy hype. Oh, you know what? I need to check my email right before I get off here. Let me just say Mallow, not Gardevoir. Okay, so Energy Drive. Ouch. I think he was thinking he would get plus 30 here. I could bridge it, but that's not the play. Or is it? Let me Mallow. I mean, this thing for that thing. Let me play one of these. Definitely this. Sure. Let's get rid of these two. We will. Yeah, we're gonna Mallow here for a Machamp and a Strong Energy. And then go ahead and use it. We'll send up our sacrificial Machop. Attach a Strong. Evolve. And pass. Yeah, I really need to get on that 70 HP Machop. This one can do a lot of damage actually. That's always been Machop's thing. Like in base set, you could do 20 damage for fighting, which for a basic that evolves to a stage 2 is nuts. Okay. Is it time? No. We have free tree anyway, so we're gonna pull this up in the first place. Let's go grab one of these. Then we will, I'm not gonna attach it just yet. We're gonna do the first Abyssal. Cool, so we'll play this. I don't really want that. Well, might not be the worst thing in the world. We'll just put this. Wait, not even close. Yeah, we'll put this here. And then we'll do our other Abyssal. Yay! Oh, I want this. I don't need anything this turn. We'll just throw up Vulpix and grab that and that, because we won't want a second one. This list is clunky. The truth hurts. The problem is, like, normally I'm like, alright, but once I get set up, but I'm playing against Rainbow Road, so once I get set up, I'm still just gonna get destroyed. 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180, 210, 220. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's not enough. that I also have to attach. So, woo! Okay. So here, we'll do this. He's gonna come out and knock me out next turn, but we will have this prepared. Alright. Good thing I have 4 Brooklet Hills. Knock out. I want a Mallow for an Ultra Ball just so I can discard Brooklet Hills. Yeah, I'm definitely using Carbink next turn, but I only had 1 energy in the discard, so it felt kind of bad. All right. So now. Say goodbye to these. I almost want a Sycamore here, but I'm going to end to put him to 2. Then play that Brooklet Hill, grab him a Chop. Next turn, have our last one Choke. Probably won't use it. Oh, JK lol. So, let's put this here. Nah. I'll hold on to it. Okay, Diamond Gift. I'm sorry, I'm not really talking anymore. I'm tired. This is definitely my last game. Okay. Let me see. That hurts quite badly. So they win if I attack here, which means probably shouldn't do that. Detached retreat feels bad. Okay. I don't think that changes anything. I think that's game. I should have done this beforehand, but yeah. That's game. So that's it. For the stream, talked about getting partnership with Flipside Gaming, which is really cool. We talked about getting, and so I'll have a code for you guys probably next week for if you want to get 10% off, and then I'll get like a small percentage of your total purchase. And then I'll be writing articles for them, so that's like really awesome. And then we talked about text and what makes tech good and worth it. And we talked about reading articles and watching videos and how to learn and what's the good stuff there. One more thing I want to mention about that is I remember hearing an interview with Igor Costa about his Mega Mewtwo list and how Greninja was an auto win because you don't evolve to Mega Mewtwo, and I never would have thought about that. You just get Garb up before a field blower was around, and then you just did the baby and you just damage exchanged whenever they did too much damage to you. So like things like that are way more important than an exact list. So again, just make sure you're getting the good stuff and you're really listening to anything they mention about the game or matchups, and that's how you learn and improve. So thanks for watching, guys, and this should go up on the channel basically right away.